Hi, Kalpun Piso here. There's a response to a video titled, "My religion is true, yours is a mistake," by Dr. Zakir Naik. Many of these people, like Dr. Naik, infected with faith psychosis, they do not realize that as 2 plus 2 equals 4, an analogy that he mentions in his speech, is like saying the brain creates thought, thinking. Neurology proves that. And it's also, the fact is that we are born lacking belief, not knowing God. Why? And not speaking the language of other countries, except the one of our parents. 2 plus 2 equals 4 in any religion? All religious beliefs, and there are as many gods and beliefs as the mind can create. A lot of these people, the reality escapes them. You can invent a religion, no problem, and I can invent any god that I want. The fact is, all religious beliefs have a God, and an imaginary friend, exactly the same that schizophrenics, schizotypal, and people with a neurological problem, and also drug addicts that take too many, one amanita muscaria mushroom too many, have. You can create God. The God is created in the brain, not our asses or any place else. This is what Dr. Naik, which wears tunnel vision because it's infected with Islam psychosis, doesn't realize. His religion, Islam, which is, it has many, many branches, is as real as any comic book. Winnie the Pooh, Santa, Batman, any characters like that. They're all fairy tales. They are not 2 plus 2 equals 4. They are more like 2 plus 2 equals 3, 5, 9, or anything except the reality of it all. We began knowledge, taking knowledge, and we learned the language of our parents during the imprinting period, and we start learning and trying to differentiate between fantasy and reality when we're young. So when we grow up and we are educated and still believe in God, something is wrong with our brains. We are Theotards. That's a really great problem. This is what happened to Dr. Naik. My brain, for instance, I can invent a language right now. Right now I want to invent a language. It sounds oriental, okay? Sounds. It's an invention. I make it sound like anything I want. So it's all in that. We create God with the brain. Take a little peyote and you even write a Bible or any sacred book. That's what people don't realize. We are in the 21st century, not the 14th or the 4th. So people better deal with that. Religious Theotards, they belong in mental institutions. They suffer from this schizophrenia type disorder, faith psychosis. Yes, it is wrong, a psychosis, to accept irrational beliefs like imaginary friends of God and all the deluded idiocies as true. Yes, this is wrong. So people that believe in God are Theotards. They have a problem with the brain. Okay, Islam is true? Okay, tell me this, if it is true. The Christians believe in a resurrected zombie that created everything. But actually, he resurrected and to save with his blood from the sin committed by a madman named Adam and his rib woman created called Eve when they accepted a fruit from a talking snake. Is this true? Is this 2 plus 2 equals 4? To the Christians it is. Math teacher, how nice. Now, in Islam, and there are many branches, this is what they believe. This oral tradition, they don't have the fact, you don't have evidence of this at all. The hadith are no evidence. They're copied from oral tradition, making the Quran. There was this guy that was illiterate. It was in a field taking care of sheep and all that. And the little guy probably stunk. He probably never bathed. So anyway, this guy named Muhammad, okay, and he married the daughter of a merchant, which was an older lady, much older than him. But anyway, he suffered from epileptic attacks, from problems. He was illiterate, went to the cave of Hira, okay, in this cave, and he was sick. I wonder why. You know, when people eat mushrooms or drugs, they get sick, and they have all these visions. Well, they didn't know neurology in those days. Okay, the people were very retarded in those days. They believe in God and nonsense. But anyway, he went to this cave, and guess what happened in the cave? An angel appeared. The ubiquitous angel Gabriel is the same angel that announced to the Virgin Mary that she was pregnant with Jesus. It's the same angel that goes everywhere and appears to all the saints. The same, I mean, he's ubiquitous everywhere, Gabriel. Well, he came around and he actually dictated the Quran and all that to this illiterate man named Muhammad. And he was sick. And then he came out, he has convulsions. Every time he has convulsions, and he says, well, this is the truth, and this is God, and we must obey, and all that. And they have all these demons called the jinn. It's like Satan with angels. All come from the Roman religion, but the people are so stupid because they are so-called scholars, like Dr. Naik, they look at things in one way. I suggest to Dr. Naik to take some little anadarantara or datura flowers, and his religion will be more vivid. He actually sees the visions, talk in tongues, like the Pythia, the Greek Pythia, the Greek prophets that they took all these drugs and predict the future, 2,000 years ago. But anyway, is that true? And do you know what happened to Gabriel with Muhammad? You know what he did? He told Muhammad, says, "Oh, I want to show you heaven." So he gave him a horse, a flying horse, like in the Greek mythology, the Pegasus, okay, or Pegasus. So he took him in a tour of heaven to Muhammad. He went around and showed him all the heaven and everything. And he departed from where? From Mount Moriah in Jerusalem, from the top of the mountain. And that's when he went around and showed heaven. And then he returned, he went back, and he said, "Oh, guess what? I saw heaven, and it's true, and it's full of gold and all that stuff." So that's the Islamic religion. You believing all that garbage to be true. That's not 2 + 2 = 4. That's 2 + 2 = anything but 4. So people that are religious, that believe in so many gods and so many religions, they have a problem with the brain. So they are just exactly the same like schizophrenics. Religious belief on educated people is a psychosis. It's a neurological disorder that impedes people to see the facts and to distinguish between fact and reality. So I suggest to Dr. Naik to go see a neurologist. That is the reality of it all. We are born atheist, means lacking belief. And that is a fact. I can take Dr. Naik's brain and manipulate his brain, and guess what's happening? He's going to change his ideas and his views. And lobotomy cures believing in God, which is a psychosis. Pace de oro. The truth is very, very hard to accept. But if the shoe fits, they ought to wear it. Religious people belong in mental institutions.